So with that said, introduce Larry here and kind of take it from there.
I'm kind of a podium person, so I can probably take about a half hour or so to show you. I told Adam yesterday, after seeing the first presentation, I feel like, following the fields. We've done some really cool things, which I want to share with you. But I now want to talk about the importance as the Kaufman container why it's really going to be a game changer for us. I think we need a little bit of context to understand Kaufman and some of our struggles before I show it to you. Things like background, like a little bit about Kaufman, a little bit about where we're at from an IT standpoint. I started Kaufman back in 1990. That's when Kaufman got their first system that like everybody used prior to that. It was just the accountant. And I came in right after Kaufman put in this new system, and I was kind of told, you got to teach everybody how to use this new system. And, it was quite a challenge. But, for Kaufman, we're in the container business. Most people think containers are shipping containers. We're actually, if you look at the back there, we are in the, companies looking for a container for their product. It could be shampoo, it could be power lines, it could be whatever. We don't actually manufacture containers. We represent a bunch of different manufacturers that do that. We go out, we'll speak with the customer will tell us what the requirements are. We'll reach out to our vendor base, we'll suggest that, you should use this container. And then what we do is a manufacturing process. We do the decoration, silk string, we apply some label, whatever. So, it's a very challenging market because, you can't just have a database of all the prices and everything. Prices change, plastic and stuff, the resin price, the market, changes. We can't just have a database for this vendor and so what the prices are because it changes so quickly. So it's very challenging for us to come up with the pricing for our customers. So back in 1990, when I started the company, we had, a lot of big customers that, we made, pretty good profit. It wasn't as important for us to understand on some of our smaller accounts where we were making money, etc. But now, fast forward 27 years later, it's critically important for us to do that. We need to make sure that we have the right system. So, anyway, a couple years after I started the site line, we wrote the site line and trained for 20 plus years. A few years ago, we kind of made the decision that it was time to move away from the site line and go to something else. And a couple of nerdy guys from Wadsworth out here and told me about this product called Epicor. So, they told us how it was going to solve all of our problems, and really what our problems were is over the course of that time, about 1990 to a few years ago, we kind of put in the site line, but we also put in Microsoft CRM and Management CRM and wrote this custom quote system. So I think that's a lot of probably very common with a lot of companies. We have a bunch of disparate systems that running our system, our company we have, so where you go to find out the customer, you go into the whole system, look at its own database of customers, you go into the CRM system, you go into the site line. So a couple of years ago when we started on this project, put in a new system, I kind of had a vision of, I had this mantra that we're going to come up with a single source solution. Okay, everything, we want to go to the customer, you go into one place. And I had this idea that we're going to probably be able to find one system that could do everything for us. So our idea when we brought in Epicor has a CRM component to it. So our plan is to move away from Microsoft CRM and use Epicor CRM. When we put in Epicor, I quickly kind of realized that, it has CRM, but it's not quite, quite honestly, it isn't as robust as what we're using right now with Microsoft CRM. But I think with the Bezlio, so I know with the Bezlio, we're basically going to be able to create our own CRM system. We're going to kind of still use Epicor, business engine. We're kind of using Epicor, I think, kind of a database for our CRM information. But the Bezlio tool is really going to become a CRM system, and I think we'll see that when I do our complete presentation. But anyway, that's a little bit of background of where we're at. I'll show you the tool that we built is called a sales tool. And The way that it works is, the concept is we wanted to, it's really important for us salesmen to be able to go out there, get opportunities, and then bring it to our project management team for them to work up quote to the customer. Okay, and that process has been very kludgy for a long time. We lose a lot of business because we're not getting the quotes to the customer quickly. So we asked Save the Lives to use the budget to help us create an app for our salesmen so that when they go out there, they can get all the particulars of an opportunity, they can put it in the phone or whatever quickly, and then get that information to that Appicore so our project management team can get on it right away. So that's what the best of the road is. I can show you guys.
Okay, so this shows all of the customers that are assigned. This special shows me all the customers that are assigned to me as a salesman. And we did this really cool thing here that we asked Sabre to do. We asked them to let us know, given where our location is currently, how far we currently are from that location. So the salesmen, when they're out there, making their sales calls, they can click on this column right here, distance, and it sorts the whole customer base, their whole customer base by distance from where they're at right now. So if they're happen to be visiting this customer, they could also know that we're right down the street, Alpha Packaging, Bottle Solutions, Angelo's Pizza are right nearby. On each one of these, I could explode open the customer, and I can get a lot of valuable information as far as their address, their year-to-date sales, their aging. And then our plan is to create off of here, create options so you click on it, you can see their open orders, see what they bought year, actual parts, what they bought year to date, etc. But let me log on. It's one of our other salesmen. Okay, so we just started populating our Appicore database with opportunities from our old system. But right here, salesman's out and they have a new opportunity they want to work on with a customer. So right from their device, their phone, whatever, they click on new quote. And then here,
well, hard to see that.
And the customer field, I could choose this from all of in alphabetical order, all the customers assigned to that salesman. Okay. So I could choose Aqua Biocontrol. Okay, from here, now I want to start adding the different lines to the quote. So I click on Add Line. And right now we have this little button here that we check. And 95% of the time, we're hoping that the salesman is going to check this box. And by checking this box, when they do a pull down on part, they're going to get our different product categories. Okay. So depending upon what product category we choose, let's say if they choose pumps, okay, because they chose pumps, when I click on configure, pumps is going to lead to a unique group of characteristics for pumps. You know, some of the other part categories may have some in common, but a lot of them are going to be different. So when it comes to, for all the product categories, we want to know how big of a priority is this. You know, I don't even know why we gave this as an option, because everybody's going to choose high no matter what, right? So, but we put it there anyway. The next thing that we want to know is the customer. They want to be quoted at 100. They want to be quoted at 1,000. They want to be quoted at 10,000. Okay, then next finish. That's a free-form thing, or they can type that. Type, is it lotion? I'll type lotion. Color, blue. But, you know, in the past, for the most part, I mean, you know, pretty old school with a lot of our salesmen. They're in there with the customer, they're with the pad paper, they're writing all the stuff down, you know, then they're sending an email off to project manager. This forces them to, you know, they answer questions they may not have even thought of. And a lot of times, our salesmen, you know, go to our project management team, and project management, you didn't give me all the information you needed. You know, I need to get this quote for it. So then they, you know, a lot of back and forth. This will force them to, you know, answer the questions that need to be answered. Right off the bat, we kind of made a decision that we're not making any of these things required. But I would think with after we, you know, we're going live with this in the next couple of months, and once we go live and people start getting used to it, our plan is to make some of these fields required. So that if I'm gonna ask for a tube, you better fill in what the next finish is. So you better fill in what the price is. Right off the bat, it's going to be a little bit, we're trying to get people to buy into it. We're not going to, you know, force them into that yet. But the long-term plan is that we're going to. Okay. What else? Yeah, like I said, you know, everything just, you know. I click configure again, and that collapses it. If I want, I could add another line. I could add plastic jars. I click configure, and now I have a whole other set of characteristics unique to plastic jars.
So are these subsets here, that being from your Epicor system, or is that you guys created kind of like attributes or filters?
I can actually, Bob over there is who wrote this for us and stuff. But I believe that, I think it's called, I don't think it's reading Epicor, is it for the characteristics?
There's one that has the art with it, and then there's one that has attributes, you know, linked through various attributes.
Okay. And that's stored somewhere on their server. This is just reading it.
Right now.
Okay.
Like the potential goal is to have very exploration and data, but there's probably 30,000 lines of that.
Yeah.
It's file, which is moving over.
I think long term, we probably do want to store this on Epicor so that we can go into Epicor and we can tweak these. So like sometime in the future, we want to add this, we want to add this characteristic to this, or, you know, or we want to add a whole new category. I imagine we'll be asking them to, for that functionality.
And like honestly, so, you know, kind of Bob's point there, like the way the version right now, even though site feels, you know, it runs nice and everything, this is an example of front loading and query sort of thing. We're basically like, okay, we've got these big list attributes, we don't want people to have to wait too long. So we basically pulled in the whole file of all the attributes. When we go with the new version of the site that we have right now, we could query Epicor as much as we need to. It's like it's only 200 milliseconds of latency to do it, so we might as well do that. So it'll be a little bit easier to rework that.
We also, a lot of times, not a lot of times, but now and then a salesman will be out there and they'll come up with some kind of unique opportunity that doesn't fit within our category. So we also have given them the ability so that if they don't check this box here, they could just free form type whatever they want. So I could say like, Larry's beer bottle, and then inside of the quote comments, I could type whatever I want. Okay. But we're really trying to encourage people to fill in the attributes. The reason for that is what I envision is like 6 months from now, after we've developed a certain amount of, data in the system. My hope is that, not my hope, what we're gonna do is when an opportunity given from sales, is created and it gets, funneled over to project management team, not only will we give them that opportunity, but we'll be able to search our database for similar opportunities using similar attributes. So then we can say, okay, here's an opportunity we want to work on, but while you're working on it, you should also know the opportunity, blah, 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 use similar characteristics or similar attributes. And so you might want to look at what suppliers we went through in those cases, what the prices were, who we won with, who we didn't win with, So that's some of the metrics that I'll be able to get out of this that will be very useful. Also be able to give them, okay, the percentage of times that we closed with this customer, how many times we won, how many times we lost. So a lot of them, like right now, I think about like all the people that we've had working project management that are coming down and all that knowledge that's been lost that we haven't had the information system to capture that. Now we're going to be, all that information is going to be there and that's going to be a great thing. All right, so right now I'm going to hit save quote. And I am going to whoops, there was an error. Hopefully it went through. Okay, I'm going to go into quote management. If I click on it, and right there, the first quote I see is that quote I just entered into the sales tool. Okay, so then inside of that quote, we're going to fire off the BCM to the project management person, let them know you have a new opportunity. They'll go in and they'll start doing their thing. They're going to go into the header. They're going to say that this is going to be handled by Kathy Clark. They're going to assign a task set to it. Okay. Then right here, you're going to have a bunch of different tasks that are assigned to, these are all the steps that we go through in order to create a quote, okay? And if you go back here, back into the Bezlio tool, I'm going to I guess I'll stick for refresh. But now the salesman can now see that Kathy Clark was assigned this, and they can see exactly what task they're at as far as the opportunity goes. So it's going to create incredible vision for our salesmen to know, there's so many phone calls, where you're at with this quote, you're with they're with a customer and they want to know what's going on and respond to it. It's going to create so much more, useful information for the salesman to be able to know exactly what's going on. It's going to give us a lot better, like I said, much better metrics as far as licenses for livability and that before. So if they actually offer information, sort of, she decides. Right. So that she's going to be data by that. I'm sure eventually we'll find some use that we're going to have to buy licenses for everybody, but
Like your salesperson, they're going to drop off of here after the quote is either won or lost, right? Now you can, because it's an Epicor, you recognize a little bit, you guys, there might not be a parallel in P21, we're not actually on there. Like in Epicor, you can trigger events to happen, they can fire off emails. So like if the quote is won or lost, you can actually fire an email off to the sales rep or something, let them know. They can also search for it on here. And on the top part, if you're seeing my open quotes, you can on the bottom and do a quote search also and find like past quotes, but understand what happened.
But we're just kind of getting our feet wet with that and stuff. But like I said, like a couple of years ago, when I first started out, I had this vision that, we were going to find one system to be able to solve all our problems. I think we all kind of, realized that does not exist, right? I mean, at the course, it was a great decision, getting SQL, that was much needed. But to be honest with you, at this point, what we've done with that course so far, I mean, it hasn't really been a game changer for us yet. This is going to be a game changer for us. I mean, this is really cool that I could use, and like I was talking about Adam earlier, I truly believe that this is going to fill in the gaps and really, be a difference maker for us. I mean, like when I first came in here, I wish I filmed all the things they said it was going to do. I mean, we've all had in that situation. It doesn't matter if I take that for it, I take sightline, whatever. I mean, there's certain things that the system just don't do because they're not unique to how you do business. But I mean, this thing right here is so powerful. And I look at what Kurt did, this presentation. I mean, I think the sky's the limit with this. I mean, that's why I am just really gassed up for, what this tool's going to do for us. This is just the beginning, I think, for us. Hopefully next year I can show you all the stuff that Kurt did. But for now, like I said, this in and of itself. And like I said, Bob really, he's the guy who got get credit for it. I mean, I know how to ask for what I want, Hopefully you'll be like Kurt and the other gearing these things out. But Bob did an amazing job for us.
Well, thanks, Larry. Appreciate it. Yeah.